Hey guys, welcome back. It is super early right now. I'm the first one to be awake because we are heading down to the flower market today to pick up some beautiful flowers for an event tonight. So my friends and I are having a girls' night tonight, and I'm the friend that brings the flowers and brings the charcuterie board, which I think is like the two funnest things to bring. So I basically bring the fun to the gathering all of the time. I always joke with my friends about that. I thought it'd be fun to bring you guys along today to see all of the beautiful flowers at our local flower market here. I also have to pick up some materials while we're down there, so I cannot wait to bring you guys along and show you all of the beautiful flowers. Okay, so we arrived, and what's cool is this is the whole market, but it has all of the different flower houses inside. And you can see all of the florists are here. They get here super early. It's kind of insane. And you just see these beautiful carts of product being pulled. It's like one of my favorite things to do is come here, you guys. I could spend hours here easily. So we're gonna head in here first. We're gonna go to Frank Adams first, and this is the Portland Flower Market. And just look at all of this beautiful plant material here as well. Isn't this so fun? I get so excited, and it just goes on and on. And I just love to see what kind of houseplants that they have first, because they get some pretty cool stuff here as well. And you do have to have a business license to come to the market. So yeah. All right, so here is one of the coolers that we're walking in, and they have everything kind of broken out by different flower materials. So they'll have like the flowers, they'll have the greens. Let me just show you guys. Look at all of these beautiful carnations. Like, look at all of this beautiful carnation, you guys. Look at these. These are so gorgeous. So many colors, so many possibilities. Ah, my heart is like pounding. Look at these beautiful scabiosa. Look at that. They're massive. Oh my goodness. Oh, this just makes my heart so happy. It's like seeing old friends. Peonies. Just a lot of really good stuff. Oh, the Xanthus. A Stilby. You already have some sunflowers as well. Look at that. Some more butterfly ranunculus over here. I could seriously just go and show you guys like one by one all of these beautiful flowers. Oh, they even have cosmos already. Agapanthus. Those are beautiful. Now, if we walk through here, we have some more hydrangeas. This is usually where they have the roses. It's kind of loud in here. And we're here at the end of the week, so a lot of the product has already been sold. Some beautiful Peter Court spray roses. These are some of my favorites to use for special events. They're so pretty. And look at those mauve colors. Look at that. Isn't this just insane? Like, I just get so excited being here. It's like Disneyland. It's like Disneyland for people who really love flowers. And then they have all of the greens. So this is fun because you can find some really cool products that you normally wouldn't think to use as greens. There's a lot of ferns. Their eucalyptus row is stunning. There's just so much variety of eucalyptus. Look at this. Just beautiful. Beautiful product. The scent is just delicious. Like, I love it. All right, I'm definitely going to get a bundle of this Achillea because this is beautiful. And I'm kind of going with a pinky, coppery sort of tone, and I think this could work. So I'm gonna get a bundle of these. Oh, look at that. So fun. Oh my gosh. Maple. That's so pretty. And let's go see what other greens we can find that kind of has a coppery hue. Look at these pineapple lilies. Aren't those fun? Oh, oh, these might be fun. I think this might be hot biscuit amaranth. It might be a little too big for what I'm thinking though. Maybe not these. Let's continue looking. All right, so I stepped out of this cooler because I want to check out the other coolers, but I wanted to walk down and just look at all of these beautiful compotes and containers for arranging. And so I like to come here to get footed compotes like this, especially when I'm doing like something for a friend. I've done flowers for a couple of my friends in their wedding, and so this is usually where I come to get this type of material. And because I usually leave my containers back as a gift for whoever of my friends are hosting, I like to come here and just pick something up. Because a lot of the ones that I have are really, really special and like antique ones that we've picked up. Some of them we picked up together actually. So I think this is actually very fun. And I think I might have one of these at home already. But it doesn't hurt to get another. So that may be a possibility. They also have some beautiful silver and just like a variety of things. These are cool too. Look at that. That's fun. That'd be really fun. Just to give you guys the lay of the land, they have glass, they have stone, they have all of the mechanics that you need, like the froggers, the pillows. See, all of these things are here at the market. And so this is where I usually stock up on things. And I'm thinking, do I need tape? I think I have tape. I do have tape. I do. I don't need to get tape, but anytime I need any type of material like this, Oasis tape, waterproof tape, this is where I come to get it. Or you can also order some of the stuff online as well, like on Amazon. So I'm also picking up some floral mesh. This is what I like to use for my mechanics. Chicken wire, really, but I just want to get this one because this is coated. So I will get that. Let's see. What else do we need? Do we need or do we want? Two different questions. This would be fun. Huh. This would be a fun compote to gift her, and it's very heavy and it is sealed. So that's nice. If you find a compote like this that's not sealed, you can always put in a smaller container in here and then design with it. But I might actually get a couple of these because these are really stunning. I love that. I think I'll get a couple of these for sure. There's a lot of really beautiful preserved moss here too. So if you guys know me, you know I am like the queen of moss. I just love using it so much in containers, in arrangements to hide and conceal some of our mechanics. And there's just some really fun ones here at the market. That's pretty. Look at that color. Wow. And then they also have ribbon. And if there's one thing you do know about me is I love ribbon. Like I love collecting ribbon. A lot of times I don't use it. I just love looking at the spools of them, especially the ones that come like in a wooden spool, like the Christmas ones. Oh my gosh. Like I just want to have like a shelf dedicated to all of my pretty ribbons that I've collected over the years. I love them so much. I like that vintage looking ribbon and the silk ribbon, but these are also very fun. So this is the ribbon section here at Frank Adams, and they have a ton of really good stuff. Oh, see, like this. Love that. Oh, it's so pretty. And then back here, they have some faux flowers. They have more decorations, some Christmas ornaments. Christmas time is wild in here. I mean, they just go all out. There's Christmas trees and just decorations everywhere. But this is all of the faux flowers, and it's funny because some of these things look really realistic, and they can kind of fool you. Let me go ahead and pay for my items here, and then we will head over to the other flower houses. All right, so first stop done. Now let's head into Mayesh, because that is my favorite one. They have the most beautiful product that I want to show you guys. Look at all of the beautiful coleus. Oh, so pretty. So many goodies. Okay, this is a really cool cooler because this is where they have all of the tropicals. Let me show you guys. Look at this. All of the beautiful orchids. Aren't those stunning? So these stay here because it's a special environment for them specifically. Look at that. Aren't those so pretty? Oh, I love seeing all of the beautiful flowers that they get in here because they're so interesting and not typical to what we can grow out here in the Pacific Northwest. Look at that. Birds of paradise. That's beautiful. We have these all over Brazil. All right, so here is Mayesh, and I love all of their stuff. They just have a beautiful selection and like a curated collection of flowers. Look at these zinnias, straw flower already. So many goodies. The roses too. Dahlias already. There's some beautiful lavender and blue delphiniums. These are so pretty, you guys. Oh my gosh, my little heart. So fun. All of their greens over here too. What are these? I'm not sure what those are. Lots of great evergreens. I'm looking for something again though that just has more of a coppery hue. Maybe we can do something a little bit more green if we can't find it. And do you see how these are more blue? I want something a little bit warmer. Maybe like in this camp over here. Or we can even go a little bit greener right over here. I think that would work. When I come here, I also look for really unique greens, ones that you won't find at like a grocery store or maybe even in your garden. So things that have like a really pretty seed head too, because that will add a lot of movement and texture into your bouquets. So I'm not seeing any right here. So we might go to another market. I want to go to all of them. And then we'll see if we find it. If not, then we'll come back here and then we'll pick something out from their selection that they have. I will say their roses look stunning. Just these really beautiful garden looking roses is what I like. And there are more roses here as well. You can see how they package them. So when you open this up, I think there's 24 or 25 stems in each of these boxes. So you open it up and they're just kind of layered on top of each other. And there's another layer between this layer and then this layer here. So that's how these come in packaged. Look at these gorgeous Lysianthus, you guys. Look at that unique color. And these, oh God, I wish they had some peachy tones. Darn, that would have been perfect for the bouquet. Okay, no dice at Mayesh, but I might come back for some of the greens. Back here is the plant department, so they have just more beautiful plants, not too much in terms of like cut flowers, but this is where they have like all of these house plants. Over here to the Oregon Flower Growers Association, and these are local farms, and this is where I love to buy a lot of our stuff. So again, this place has a lot of local farms, and they do have plants over here as well, hanging baskets, more house plants, indoor plants, and then around the corner is where they have cut flowers. And I forget the schedule, but I believe it's on, I think Wednesday, that they might get their second shipment in for the week, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of Oregon farmers, this is where they send their flowers to, which is really fun because I love to support all local farms. And oh my gosh, there's a cooler of cafe au lait. Hold on. Look at this, you guys. Are you kidding me? I saw this at the corner of my eye. Oh my gosh. Look at all of these beautiful cafe au lait dahlias. And if you know me, you know that this is my queen. This is the one that really pulled me into dahlias and took this hobby out of control. Look at how gorgeous they are. So fun. This spot here always has some really beautiful silk ribbon. It looks like they're sold out. But let's see what they have in here today. Oh, already dahlias. Oh my goodness. Ours are coming in too, so it's really fun to see all of these beautiful ones. Oh my gosh, and it smells so good in here. Wow. Hey, this cooler has some really fun things too. I'm seeing so much yellow that I'm like, do I need to change the color palette of my bouquet? Because this is also speaking to me. However, I do have some beautiful zinnias that I want to use, so I'm going to stick to the peachy tones. Look at these gorgeous dahlias, you guys. Holy moly. These are beautiful. Wow, wow, wow. The cone flowers too. Those are nice. So look at these huge bundles of 9 bark. So this is probably going to be for a wedding. These stems are super long. I'm thinking they're probably going to go on arches. So just look at how big those are. Isn't that wild? There's just like a lot of really big things in here that are already set aside. All right, let's head down to one more market. And if I don't find what I need there, then I'll come back to one of these guys to pick up some of the grains that we saw. All right, this is going to be our last stop here. Let's see what they have. This market is similar to Frank Adams. They have everything. Containers, mechanics, wrapping paper, flowers. It's so funny because we already saw a lot of these flowers, right? But I still get excited and giddy whenever I walk into a new cooler. It's just about all of the possibilities that you're going to find in these coolers. Oh, that's cool. What is that? Wow. I'm not sure what these are, but they're really fun. I was hoping to find more grains with seed pods, but not quite finding that today. They also have some really nice container selection. Look at these. This is adorable. I love that. That's so cute. That's so cute. I kind of want to get one of those. I like the shape. Here's my jam. This is like my camp right here. All of these footed compotes is what I love. Lots of things like this for like corsages, for transporting flowers, things that they use to make arrangements for like big installments and weddings or big events. If you've ever wanted to know where they come from places like this. This is giving me fruit basket vibes. I lost my cart. I don't know where I left my cart. See, this is what happens. I get distracted like a squirrel. There it is. Found it. I'm sorry, but I just don't get these. I don't get why someone would do this. Like, why? Maybe for a celebration, but it's a no-go for me. Like, crime against flowers right here. No, I just can't get behind this. All right, I am going to go back into one of the other markets to get maybe some raspberry greens. I think that will work really well. All right, this is starting to feel better. Can't wait to show you guys. All right, guys, we are back home. I went ahead and processed all of the flowers. So that's kind of the first thing that I like to do is just strip off all of the leaves, remove anything that looks a little bit tired, remove anything that's brown or broken, anything like that, just to make our job a little bit easier when we're coming in and we're actually putting our arrangement together. Now for my mechanics, all I am using again is that mesh that we bought. You can use chicken wire, and usually I like to tape it down with waterproof tape, but because I really tuck that in there pretty tightly, it's not gonna go anywhere, so I'm going to just leave it as is. Now I also harvested some flowers from the garden today. I was going to pull some dahlias, but I'm actually waiting for more of them to bloom, and I didn't think that the ones that we have right now would fit into the color palette, the colorway that we're going for. So let's go ahead and just start arranging and putting this beautiful centerpiece together. So the first thing I'm going to do is just add my water. Nice clean water. And I actually didn't even add any floral food just because things look really good right now. I didn't think it really needed it. So I want our arrangement to feel kind of airy, and we're going to start out with our blackberry bushes that we got. Oops, oh, one just broke. So let's go ahead and just kind of start setting the tone or the shape of our arrangement here. So that's actually a little too high. I want to go a little bit lower. So I'm just going to trim that back. So this is going to be our high point. Now we want to add something over here that's just going to kind of swoop out to the side a little bit. So let's see. Okay, so it's almost like a little bit of a triangle that we are building in here as our base shape. And then I want something that's going to kind of swoop out towards you guys. Let's go with this one here, and let's just remove some of those leaves. All right, that looks good to me. And before we move on, I do like to elevate my arrangements when I'm making them. It just makes it a little bit easier to see. And then I just have this little Lazy Susan here that I always use. That way you can easily just spin it and see your arrangements from all different angles. It makes it just a lot easier to work efficiently. And now I'm just going to continue adding. And there's a little bit of an emptiness right over here. So I'm going to tuck in these berries right there. Let's add to adding more supporting fillers. So this one is pretty cool. This is called Dock, and they're like these little seed pods. They're very interesting. Lots of really beautiful texture, and it has kind of that coppery hue to it. So I really like to use this. And we'll just continue following our shape here that we've created. And these are pretty rigid, but whenever you have like your fillers, you can kind of massage them a little bit. I kind of talked about this before. And you can kind of manipulate them a little bit. So every time I'm adding, I'm just trying to step down so they're not all one size. So like this one, I'm just gonna edit that off there. All right, let's just add a few more over here. I think once you get your initial shape down, that really helps things go by. And then you're just kind of filling, you're kind of repeating the same thing over and over, just with different flowers. All right, that is looking beautiful. Let's come in now with our Achillea. Those little blooms are stunning. And that is something to keep in mind when you're adding things into your garden. Find things that can provide a lot of beauty, especially if you're somebody that likes to arrange flowers and play with flowers. I think that's one of the biggest drives for me to always add cut flowers into my garden, just because it allows you to play with them and arrange with them if you don't have a ton of space. That is so pretty. Just like this area right here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. I'm kidding. That one area is so pretty. I always find myself being drawn to like one specific area of a bouquet. I don't know why, but I always have a favorite. Let's just put these out on the table to make it a little bit easier. Gosh, here's a big multi-stem. There's already a different layers on it for you, so that's kind of nice. So that's kind of what you're trying to emulate in your bouquet. Tall, medium, short. So now we'll bring this magic up here. I'm thinking right there. There's a bit of an empty area right here. And I'll just sneak it in between some of the berries. Oh yeah. Stunning. This is a bouquet that's going to be seen from multiple sides. So I don't want to just do, you know, business in the front, party in the back. I want it to be even throughout the whole arrangement. Now let's come in with some of our sweet peas that we harvested. Let's come in with some of our focal flowers. I'm going to be using zinnias. Just look at how beautiful those are. They are so massive, like literally the size of my face. Not quite, but they're pretty big. So we're gonna come right here, front and center at the front of the bouquet, and we're just going to place it right down here. That's beautiful. And now we're just going to add some other zinnias to support this one. Okay, that's pretty. And then we will come in here on the side and just maybe tuck one over here as well. I also picked up some of our pumpkin spice echinacea. So I'm going to just kind of tuck those in just to bring a little bit of light to some of the areas that we didn't get a zinnia in. And it also just has a really beautiful texture. We also have the cantaloupe echinacea. That is beautiful. So now we're just editing things. You want to make sure that you get at eye level and you make sure that you're hiding all of your mechanics so nothing is showing and things don't look so bare at the bottom. So like right here, it's a little bare there, so we can add some more berries and just have it kind of swoop down. Okay, that looks great. Sometimes you need your flowers just to move like a quarter of an inch to the left. So this is the part that's just the finicky part or the tedious part. All right, now I think it looks perfect. Look at that. How beautiful did that turn out? Oh, I love it. Oh, look at those colors. I'll take it outside for you guys to see it a little bit better. All right, guys, that will do it for today's video. I'm so happy that I got to bring you guys along to the flower market, do a little bit of shopping with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what that whole space looks like. It's always so much fun to take you guys to places like that and bring you in and some of the behind the scenes of these beautiful places. I'm gonna get ready and get my charcuterie board ready as well. I cannot wait for them to see all of the beautiful blooms. I hope they love it as much as I do. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.